What do you see your role with this team, and how surprised were you that you got traded to the Clippers for Chris Paul?
Let me my role. Well, I'll start with the trade. I had no idea it was coming. I knew they were working on stuff, so there's a possibility always. But I think whenever you get traded, it comes as a surprise. It's first time for everything type of thing. So I was surprised at first, but came out here and everything was cool. And in my role here, I think I just use my versatility, use my athleticism, and play multiple positions. That's where I can find minutes, is being able to play 3 positions, and so that'll help me, and just play hard, play with energy, just like in Houston, like me and Trez did off the bench there. The way we hustle and compete. There's always a spot for that, so we're gonna bring that here too.
As far as the trade, it's just the nature of the business. Everybody that takes a step into an NBA locker room, you have the opportunity, or you have the chance of, being able to be on the trading block. Some people for the better, some people for the worse. I'm placed in a very fortunate situation to be able to play behind 2 high power and high flying guys in Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, and I get to learn and get to be able to take in all the wisdom that those guys have, who've been in the NBA, a number of years. Something that I'm trying to get towards. So, I'm very fortunate to be in this position, and I'm just looking forward to getting ready to the season. As far as my role, it's the same as it's always been coming into the NBA. Just do whatever I can to be able to put my team in a position to win, and just leave it all out there on the floor.
Tomer, points for Sam. Just curious, has Aaron Rodgers given you any advice since the move, and did he charge you to fix your sink?
No, he didn't charge me to fix his sink, and advice-wise, not necessarily. He's a good guy that is passionate about his job, and a big thing that he and all us athletes were built on, loyalty and trust, and it's something I see a lot here. It's a good feeling coming here and with this locker room, with these guys. There's a lot of that trust and camaraderie already, and we have a team that has gotten along off the court, and then when we play out here on the court, we get along on the court, and we compete, we get after each other, and we're not afraid to tell each other this or that, and that's a big thing. And that's something that every player that I've talked to, they, and I'm learning. They're teaching me, be a sponge, soak in as much knowledge as you can. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone smarter than you, and that's something that I think our team as a whole has grasped onto. And we got a bunch of hungry guys, and it's fun to lace up the sneakers with them every day because they push me to be better.
Angel Viscara, KABC. Just interested for the both of you, what's it been like interacting with a guy like Jerry West, and what, if any, interactions have you had with him, and what's settling in been like so far for the both of you?
Settling hasn't been hard. You come from a city like Houston, Texas, which is, definitely was a great 2 years for me, and you transfer into Los Angeles. You can't look at it as any type of bad, I feel. You go, like I said, from a great city in Houston, Texas, and then you're in Los Angeles to the stage of basketball. You got a lot of stuff out here that it can take you the right way, take you the wrong way. You can get caught up in the LA life, or you can, come out here and, be something special as far as like a basketball player. Anything. So, it's a lot of opportunity out here, and, for us to be out here and, be in the prime city to where basketball is, it's a great opportunity for the both of us. And as far as, like I said, being under somebody like Jerry West, there's guys that out here in the game that are still fighting to get into the Hall of Fame, So for us to be able to have somebody that you can kind of pick his brain, I guess, and kind of, get different insight of, that's always a plus.
Yeah, Trez made great points there. We're in a great place in Houston, and now in LA. there's always basketball to be played out here. Getting settled was, the last thing we were worried about. I think we wanted to get out here and get to work and take in everything LA has to offer. And we've seen how great of a city it is, and we're looking forward to seeing more. And Jerry West, I mean, there's a lot that doesn't need to be said just because he's a logo, he's Hall of Famer, he's champion. So anytime a guy like that is in the building, you feel his presence. And he's been at workouts and he has pulled us off to the side and told us things he sees to help our game. And and that's why I talk about being a sponge. You got to just take that all in because it's someone that's made it to where you want to be. And it's an honor to have someone like that around.
For both of you guys, the last 4 years, the Clippers have been a team that's been considered a championship contender. They've been the top 4 in the West. This year, they're not viewed that way. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think people are viewing you differently or looking at you as an underdog, so to speak?
First of all, it don't really matter what they see us as. It don't really matter what happened in the past 4 years. Every year, it's a new year. Everybody is fighting for the same thing, and that's to get in the playoffs and to be able to compete for what we're all fighting for, and that's the NBA championship. So as far as what everybody else thinks outside of whoever wears a Los Angeles Clippers jersey, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think we kind of like this, the talk we've been seeing. We have a group chat, and we've talked about it many times. Let's just go do our thing. Let's go play. Let's play hard. Let's be that team that people don't want to play against. And I would be confident rolling all of our guys out on the court at any given night, whether it's injuries, whether it's guys, not in the lineup for this or that. I would be confident with any of the 5 guys that we have in the locker room rolling out there and knowing that they're going to give their all, going to play with energy, going to play with heart, and be honored to be wearing this jersey. And I think if we all buy in and have that attitude that we want to be that team no one wants to play, we're going to make some noise, and we're excited to do that, and we feel confident we can.
One last question.
Law Murray, ESPN. This is for both of you guys, Sam and Trez. You guys came into the league in 2015. This is about to be your 3rd season, 3rd different coaching staff and system. Where do you feel like both of your specific skill sets have developed the most since leaving college?
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it. I don't know if Trez has even thought about that. This is our 3rd head coach, 4th. I mean, we had 2 rookie year, 1 last year, now 1 this year. I mean, that's a lot of turnover. That's a lot of change. But one thing that I learned early on from one of our vets in Houston, Trevor Ariza, he said, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's something, to stick in this league, you have to be able to change with the times and go with it and play your game and not let outside noise affect you. And I feel like the way the game is progressing, as the game of basketball, you got to find ways to stick in, and whether it's adding something to your game, learning more, being a good teammate. That's what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to have a big role on this team. Whether it's a lot of minutes, whether it's not minutes, I'm trying to win games with my team, be a good teammate, and learn those things I learned in my first 2 years from some really good veterans, and to one day where I'm years down the line being a veteran, giving advice to young guys, and we're just trying to be a good Clipper and go out and win games.
Just piggybacking off of what Sam said, like he said, I had great veterans around me. I was able to work with guys like Dwight Howard, Nene, Trevor, those guys who've been around the league double-digit, years, and just being able to kind of listen to those guys and kind of hear the things they say. Change is going to happen no matter what you do. No matter whether it's playing sports or your just everyday life, change is going to happen. So it's not really, you don't really got to consume yourself with what you got to do right then and there. It's something that's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen in this league and in this lifestyle with, the multiple teams in the league and just the way things are. So, like Sam said it the best of what Trevor said. You know, you get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, you're never going to be comfortable unless you're just one of those max year type of guys. And, you know, we all know that. But the thing about it is you get a chance, you get an opportunity to work with a lot of great people. And we can actually say that we've had a chance to do that in the last 4 years of all the different head coaches that we had. We had a chance to be around a great group of guys that, you know, where the coaching staff got flipped or where it got changed. You know, you were able to learn from a lot of guys who was in a lot of different positions. And, you know, it helped me as a player, and it helped me understand the nature of the game and how it's going to be. And like I said, you can always take a positive from, you know, something that a lot of people think is going to be a negative. So, I mean, just like you said, the change of coaches, the switches of coaches is something that's going to happen. But like I feel I was able to learn a lot from a lot of those people that, you know, not a lot of people think you really could learn from in just the amount of time of being around them.